In a world that's being completely reshaped by artificial intelligence, probably one of the biggest questions on our minds is how do we get the next generation ready for it? Today, we're diving into a really fascinating take on that, this idea of finding virtue in the machine.
And yeah, this is the question, right? AI isn't some science fiction concept anymore. It's here, it's in our lives, and it's changing everything. So, what in the world are we supposed to teach our kids to prepare them for what's coming?
And that feeling, that uncertainty, well, our source material actually has a name for it: the AI anxiety. It's this sense of unease that's really spreading through families and schools as we all try to figure out this new reality. I mean, you've probably felt it yourself. The job market is just wild right now. Careers that seemed like a sure thing, especially in tech and IT, are suddenly surrounded by a lot of confusion. We're all left wondering if the skills we're building today are going to be useless tomorrow. To really get a sense of how huge this shift is, think about this. When the computer first came along, people said it could do the work of 10 people. The material we're looking at suggests that AI's impact could be 100 times bigger than that. That's just a massive, monumental change. And it makes you ask some really tough questions. Which leads to this dilemma so many parents are facing. Do you push your kids toward a career in tech, even though it feels like that field is inventing its own replacement? Or do you tell them to stay away because you're worried their skills will be obsolete before they even get started? It's a very real problem.
But what if there's another option? What if it's not about choosing between technology and something else? Our source material puts forward a new guiding principle, a different way to think about all of this.
This quote right here, it really just nails the whole idea. See, the philosophy isn't about fighting technology or trying to pretend it's not happening. It's about adapting to this new world, but holding on tight to our timeless human values to guide us. So you can really see the contrast here. The old way of thinking is either you fight against new tech or you just stick your head in the sand and ignore it. But this vision is totally different. It says, no, let's engage with AI, let's learn it, but let's use our humanity, our ethics, as the compass that shows us how to use it. Okay, so that's the big idea, but how do you actually turn that philosophy into, a school? The source material gives us a practical example, the IAA Academy model, to show us how it can work. The answer is what they call a holistic curriculum. The whole idea is that technical skills and moral character aren't two different things. They're deeply connected. So this specific model blends modern tech training with the principles of Islamic spirituality and ethics. They're woven together. And here's what that looks like day to day. Of course, students learn the essential tech skills, things like computer programming. But, and this is the key, they're also explicitly taught essential human skills, things like kindness, respect, just a basic sense of humanity. And this all happens in a really supportive environment with career guidance that's actually personalized for them. And this part, I think, is so important. It's not some rigid cookie-cutter system where everyone has to succeed at the same thing. The goal isn't just to churn out amazing coders. If a student is struggling in one area, the focus shifts. They help that student find a path that actually fits their unique talents, instead of just forcing them down a road that isn't working. This whole person-first approach doesn't stop with the curriculum either. It's built right into the structure of the academy, with a major focus on making this kind of education available to everybody. So look at how they do this. There's no huge tuition fee you have to pay up front. It's just a flexible monthly fee. And the only thing you need to get in? A real enthusiasm to learn. That's it. On top of that, part of the fees actually goes into a welfare fund to help underprivileged youth get access too. It's a system literally built on community.
So what's the end game here? Where is all of this supposed to lead?
Well, the ultimate goal is to raise a generation of young people who are totally comfortable in the digital world, who are technologically proficient, but whose choices and actions are guided by a really strong ethical and spiritual core. They don't have to choose between the two. And it's bigger than just one person's career. The idea is to create these really well-rounded professionals who then feel a responsibility to serve. The skills they learn aren't just for them. They're tools they can use to make their communities better. And all of this kind of leaves us with this one huge, profound question for our time, doesn't it? As machines get smarter and smarter as they learn to code and analyze and even create, what does it really mean to be human? And maybe, just maybe, the answer is found in our compassion, our ethics, our kindness. Perhaps the most important skill we can teach isn't how to compete with the machine, but how to be a better human. To give you an idea of how accessible they're trying to make this, just 2,500 rupees. And that's for a whole package. It gets really interesting. It's not just about covering costs. If you look at this chart, you'll see that, well, 90% goes to running the place. That other 10%, well, that goes to something called, if you want to learn more, ask some questions, or just get some more details, the contact number is right there on your screen.